Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. The pleasure is all mine. First of all, before I start my speech, I think it's appropriate to give UNIWA, the chairman of UNIWA, the vice chair, Kunle Aderemi, and his team, a big round of applause for putting on today. I think this is fantastic. Very good. I'd like to bid you all good evening. Mr. Adeji Ogumboye, representing High Commission, Mayor's Councillor Saida Katun, nice to meet you, and those as well on the high table, distinguished guests, fellow Nigerians, and the esteemed members of the Nigerian diaspora community. It is my honor to stand before you today to speak on a topic of immense significance, not only to Nigeria, but to Nigerians worldwide, and that is the role of the Nigerian diaspora in unifying Nigeria. As we gather here today to celebrate Nigeria's independence from colonial rule, I'd like us to reflect on what makes Nigeria special. Nigeria is often described as the giant of Africa, a country rich in culture, natural resources, and human capital. Yet, like many nations with such diversity, Nigeria faces challenges of unity. And these challenges are driven by ethnic, religious, and regional differences. In the midst of these challenges, there exists a powerful force that often goes unnoticed, but plays a crucial role in the shaping of our nation's present and future, and that is the Nigerian diaspora. According to the 2024 data from the International Organization of Migration, IOM, there are over 17 million Nigerians living outside of the country, spread across North America, Europe, Middle East, and other parts of Africa. This diaspora is not just one of the largest on the planet, it is also remarkably influential. Nigerians abroad are professors, doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, artists of numerous art forms, highly sought after professionals in a multitude of fields, and as well as activists of all forms. And all of these people make significant contributions globally. However, it needs to be recognized that our impact is not limited to just the countries that we reside in, but we are deeply involved in Nigeria's development, and more importantly, in promoting national unity. So, today, I would humbly like you to permit me to walk through 5 key areas the Nigerian diaspora is contributing to unifying our country. I wish I had an iPad. Keep on changing the pages. Apologies. So let me begin by discussing with you the most notable, or the most tangible, should I say, contribution. And that is the financial role of the diaspora. Every year, Nigerians abroad send billions of dollars home to Nigeria. In fact, the World Bank says in 2022 alone, remittances from Nigerian diaspora totaled over $20 billion, which is more than double the foreign direct investment and the official development assistance combined. This in itself is an extraordinary fact, but what's more interesting is how this money is used. These remittances are not just financial aid to families, but lifelines to entire communities. Take for instance the case of Ebonyi State, where a group of Nigerian professionals in the UK built a healthcare center that now serves thousands of people free of charge. Or consider Ogun State, where the diaspora groups have funded schools, ensuring access to quality education for children from various ethnic backgrounds. These actions transcend ethnic and regional differences and contribute to shared prosperity, a key element in promoting unity across Nigeria. Through these remittances, the diaspora helps to elevate poverty, share or support entrepreneurship, create jobs, benefiting people across the north, the south, the east, and the west of our country. When people feel economically empowered, they are less likely to focus on their differences and more likely to contribute to building a stronger, more cohesive nation. The second area I want you to look at is the significant role that the Nigerian diaspora plays in cultural diplomacy. Nigerians abroad are some of the best ambassadors of our rich culture, which Deji, you mentioned earlier, very much so. And we use platforms like music, fashion, film, and literature to project a unified image of Nigeria to the world. During last year's Black History Month, ICAM, which is the Igbo Community Association of the Midlands, hosted a full exhibition of exact replica museum quality ancient artifacts of the Ibuku, Benin, and Ife cultures from private collectors in the Nigerian diaspora. This wonderful expression of Nigerian culture took place at the prestigious Millions Art Center in Birmingham. Now this was the world's first outside of the museums of the Western Hemisphere. And people across the UK, like you guys have just done now, were praising this initiative. And it's initiatives like these that we should continue to encourage within the diaspora. Also, consider the global influence of Nollywood, which many of the movies are produced, funded, and consumed by the Nigerian diaspora. Today, Nollywood films are streamed on Netflix, enjoyed by millions, not only in Africa, but across the globe. In these films, the diverse cultures, languages, and traditions of Nigeria are celebrated, making viewers from different parts of Nigeria really begin to appreciate each other's heritage. The third area I want to look at is perhaps the most crucial area that the Nigeria in the diaspora can play in unifying Nigeria. And this is peace building. Peace building. Nigeria has unfortunately been plagued with ethnic, religious, and regional conflicts, from the insurgency in the northeast to the farmer-herder clashes in the Middle Belt. While these conflicts often seem intractable, Nigerians abroad have been at the forefront of finding solutions. There are many examples of organizations in the global Nigerian diaspora springing up to take on this responsibility. For instance, in the US, there's the Nigerian American Public Affairs Committee, NAPAC, not NEPA, NAPAC. Just so that there's nothing about light here, which brings together Nigerians of various backgrounds to work on projects aimed at building peace and promoting unity. This committee has even engaged with Nigerian politicians and community leaders, advocating for a more inclusive policy that addresses the grievances of marginalized groups, thus fostering national reconciliation. Now in the UK, there are lots of organizations that are springing up. We have Kanuk, obviously we have ICAM, we have the Edo community, which has been mentioned, and of course, we have UNIWA. And that's just to name a few. All of these associations exist to promote peace, unity, in the best way they can. The fourth area, the penultimate area I want you to think about is the Nigerians in the diaspora's contribution to national unity through innovation and technology. The Nigerian tech industry is one of the fastest growing in Africa and has significantly shaped by the expertise and the investments of Nigerians in the diaspora. You see, tech hubs in Nigeria, like Yaba in Lagos, have become breeding grounds for collaboration, where young Nigerians, regardless of their ethnicity, come together to solve common problems using technology. and AI. This cross-functional collaboration is helping to break down historical barriers and fostering a sense of collective national identity. A substantial amount of the funding from these hubs definitely comes from the diaspora. So I'll give you an example. Ian Oluwa Aboyeji, the co-founder of Flutterwave, a payment processing company that has not only revolutionized business transactions in Nigeria, but has also created jobs, thousands of jobs. Nigerians across different regions benefit from this innovation, whether you're in Lagos, Kano, Sokoto, or Port Harcourt. The tech ecosystem in itself is a melting pot, bringing together scores of ethnic backgrounds who collaborate together towards shared goals rather than focusing on their differences. In Birmingham, right here in Birmingham, we have Swap Money, which I think one of the directors is going to be on the panel today. And they were founded by 3 Birmingham-based Nigerian entrepreneurs, which now remits millions of dollars to Nigeria on behalf of thousands of Nigerian diasporans. And finally, and I would like you to pay attention to this if that's okay. Finally, I would like to talk about nation building. Nation building. We all know that the key to national unity is nation building. But what is nation building? And I believe when every Nigerian at home or abroad sees themselves as Nigerian first before any ethnic, regional, or religious considerations, then Nigeria will be well on its way to building a nation from within. This, of course, begs the deceptively complex question: what actually does it mean to be a Nigerian? If we are honest with ourselves, unpicking and addressing that question and the subsequent nation building has been an excruciatingly slow process since our independence. The global Nigerian diaspora has the power to address this and to take brand Nigeria and infuse it and then bring it back home to our home country itself, in terms of what exactly does it mean to be Nigerian. Now, to do this, the diaspora needs to engage in political discourse, ensuring our voices are heard in the nation's decisions. We can and should form political, economic, and cultural think tanks. We can and should establish platforms for dialogue through virtual town hall meetings or virtual conferences. Initiatives like these will empower the diaspora to contribute to shaping policies that directly impact Nigeria and Nigerians and the image of Nigeria, of itself, for the better. This collaborative approach will reinforce our collective identity, demonstrating that regardless of where we are all stakeholders in Nigeria's success. So as I conclude, I want to emphasize again that the Nigerian diaspora is a key player in the quest for national unity. Our contributions to economic development, cultural diplomacy, political advocacy, conflict resolution, technological innovation, and nation building are helping to build bridges where divisions once existed. However, there is still more that can be done. It is crucial for both the Nigerian government, be it federal, state, or at a local level, and the private sector to continue to engage with the diaspora community by leveraging their resources, expertise, and networks. Nigeria can further harness the power of its diaspora to create a more unified and prosperous and peaceful nation. In the words of the late great Nigerian author Chinua Achebe, Nigeria is not a land flowing with milk and honey, but it can become one. And with the continued involvement of our diaspora, I truly believe Nigeria can overcome its challenges and realize its full potential as a united and thriving nation. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.